Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the next matchup in the Farmers League group stage. And this time we're in the winners group, and we do have in red our current king FoodPlease against the last Couch Cup champion Peter Host. So it's gonna be a very exciting and hopefully close series. We're playing a best of four, play all four. Sorry for that. So we will see 4 games, and hopefully we don't see a 4-0. So I hope Peter House can get a close series. And if we have a look at the draft, so we see the first surprise. Obviously, FoodPlease loves to play Nomad, and Peter had the starter map chosen, and the home picks for Peter Host were Arena and African Reed Beds, and FoodPlease picks are Nomad and Amazon Tunnel. So, and as you can see, we're playing the first game on Nomad. That means that Peter has chosen Nomad for the start. So very ballsy pick right there, because of course FoodPlease will love this decision because he's a very common play on Nomad. Obviously has good Nomad civilizations drafted, so Vietnamese is maybe not the best Nomad civilization, but of course you can see your opponent starter Tau Center immediately once it's up. On the other hand, Peter Hurst in yellow is playing as the Malians. So the Malians are really strong civilization in terms of saving wood costs on fishing ships and docks and all the other buildings, and that means he's obviously ahead because he has more fishing ships right now. And yeah, FoodPlease is already going for a little bit of hunt and 3 villagers on wood, and Peter has already brought in the first boar. Both players are scouting a little bit, so at the moment we have a look at the scouting of FoodPlease. So as we can expect, if FoodPlease plays the Vietnamese, he's going for a laming villager. Both dogs are pretty close, so I don't think anyone will or does already know about that, or does he? No. So FoodPlease is scouting the shoreline, but obviously does not find anything back there. Now Peter Host is 2 villagers ahead, because FoodPlease had a little bit of idle towns at the time. 3 villagers now, and the great start of the Malians. So obviously Peter Hurst clear has a better start here. Shift plus right click. Okay, now we do see the scouting of Peter Host. So we can guess that he has lost a sheep or anything like that there, so we have a guess, and I don't think that FoodPlease already has loom, so Peter Host has to be careful. Now there's a house and a nice quick walls, and going for some hunt in the middle of nowhere. Now Peter does have loom, so that's where the village lead has been from. Now FoodPlease going for milk, going for some berries. Already 4 fishing ships. Peter has now going for 5th, but of course the advantage now is gone. FoodPlease had a lot of idle towns at the time. And now the classic FoodPlease laming and some nice quick walls, so walling out 2 villagers. Wow, I think that was the outpost of Peter Host. Was it? Yeah, I guess. And now FoodPlease, I think that's a misclick, but of course he now scouted the dock from Peter Host, but has a lot of idle fishing ships, or fishing ships collecting from a very far distance some slow shorefish, so not that great. And in terms of villages, Peter is still 4 villages ahead, so a lot of shenanigans are going on here and villager fights all over the map. And yeah, that's what I mentioned. Of course, FoodPlease is very common in playing games and matches like that, which I don't think Peter Host is. Of course, Peter Host is the most experienced player, with a lot of knowledge, so that favors him in late games or some unique compositions and upgrades. But yeah, FoodPlease is usually the stronger player here. Now, Peter Host has clicked up to Fuel Age, and FoodPlease is far away because FoodPlease fishing ships are very ineffective. If you can see that here, that really hurts. So maybe a little bit over focus, over micro here, letting the economy down, which yeah, obviously leads to a much slower fuel age time, and that obviously hurts. Now he's 7 fishing ships, Peter has 6, but with this fuel age timing I think Peter should easily be able to kill a lot of the fish of FoodPlease. And FoodPlease not even brought in this boar here or up here, maybe has not scouted it. Now he can see both. Okay, what did I do? Now you can see at least 1 bar here, 1 more, and yeah, very messy woodline, very messy economy, some walls all over the map. And now we have the market and the blacksmith, so a very ballsy play from Peter Host, with 29 pop. Obviously it can work. He has a lot of resources, but I think he has to sell some stone to get the gold for clicking up to Castle Age, because he queued up 2 fire gullies. So maybe that's a little bit too much. Unqueue 1, click up and then kill the rest of the fish. Obviously FoodPlease is up soon too. Oh, now some masterpiece of Peter Host walling in the villager of FoodPlease. Very nice. FoodPlease now is laughing about that, but yeah, FoodPlease was able to get up very quickly. And now, as I mentioned, the gold is missing. So he has the market, he can easily sell some food, which Peter Host is doing. But he dropped the tower very early, very defensively. And what's going on water? So the fire gully is killing 1 fish, but FoodPlease pulled it away pretty nice. So very good damage control here. Some tower at the stone. Okay, I think that's a really random tower. Maybe he wants to protect himself in Castle Age from the Gabettos, which of course are a pretty strong unique unit. So one of the best on Nomad, of course. Now FoodPlease is doing some very nice walls. Now the fire gully micro goes on. Both of the players only have 1 dock, so they stayed on 1 dock. And now even stone walls for the tower here. And this tower is great. So he's a little bit out of range, but yeah, I think that's a right answer for Peter. Just battle down the tower. And I think if Peter could kill FoodPlease fish and he has a much better Castle Age timing, the game should beat Peter. So he has a He has a huge lead right now. With the gully upgrades, he could easily kill the fish and the fire gullies from FoodPlease, and even repairing the ships. So pretty nice done here. And now the repair villagers of FoodPlease and Peter Host. So Peter Host has to abandon the gold, and he has no stone for a town center or stuff like that. Yes, now a pretty late stable, but FoodPlease should be shaking right now because his opponent is already in Castle Age and he is nowhere near. So he only has 300 food. He is losing water. He has to evacuate all his fishing ships, and on the other side, FoodPlease fishing ships, Peter House fishing ships are all working. Peter now has a lot of idle villages. But that's because he has garrisoned the town center, which obviously have missed. And now very messy. But what is FoodPlease doing? Oh, nice. But I think there are way too many villagers. They could break out pretty quickly due to the palisade walls. And now Peter is chasing the fishing ships, but he is not going for the galley upgrade. Maybe he has a lot of resources. Maybe it would be great to go for the galley upgrade. And now the first knights are out to, of course, harass FoodPlease, FoodPlease's economy. And yeah, as I mentioned, so Peter has a lot of fishing ships working. And on the other hand, FoodPlease is losing the fishing ships or just evacuating them, and there are a lot of idols. So, oh, now the knights are in, just denying the stone income from FoodPlease. And if we have a look, so I don't think Vietnamese is the most comfortable pick for FoodPlease. So if we have a look at his drafted civilizations, we do have Teutons, Turks, Celts, Vietnamese and Burmese. So not the best nomad civilizations, but of course we do have Amazon Tunnel, Arena and African reed beds left. So there are not water maps anymore. And yeah, that means okay, Vietnamese are good on Nomad, they're fine, but of course Malians are better. On the other hand, we do have Malians, Portuguese, Byzantines, Italians and Saracens for Peter Host. So I would say there are 5 strong water civilizations there for Peter, and yeah, that's quite surprising. But of course Portuguese, Byzantines, Saracens are pretty good late game civilizations too. Another villager down here for FoodPlease, but still no villager lead for Peter Host. So surprisingly, there's no second town center, and maybe that's the way to let FoodPlease come back into this game. And Peter is losing the fish. So what happened here? What is Peter doing? I think he lost the battle against the 2 fire gullies queued up in the dock, and now this hurts. So no second town center, and even I don't like this castle. So it's way too defensive. You have 4 knights, you have a lot of villagers. Just drop the castle directly next to the town center. So the castle cannot even shoot the town center. Of course, you now have knights and Gibettas, which are strong, but FoodPlease has a villager lead, and yeah, that's very surprising for me and I think for FoodPlease as well, because FoodPlease never has villager leads. So congratulations on this side to FoodPlease. Now Peter going for fletching and for horse collar so he wants definitely to seed more farms. He has to get his economy rolling again because he lost all of his fishing ships. Even FoodPlease managed to save 3 fishing ships, but they're idle for almost 5 minutes now, I guess. And yeah, both players only have a small economy upgrade, so FoodPlease has double bid X, which I would prefer obviously before horse color, and Peter does not even have double bid X, so he's in castle age. Now the next town center coming up from FoodPlease. Now with fletching, the castle can finally reach the town center. And yeah, FoodPlease secured his map quite nicely with stone walls for the night and Gebetto raids. But Peter, I think he had a time window to kill FoodPlease because FoodPlease was so much behind in castle age timing, and yeah, he couldn't get any damage done. No village elite, nothing, and that's the reason why FoodPlease now is back in the game. He has monks, and every one of us knows what FoodPlease is able to do with his monks. Now converting 2 villagers of Peter Host. Just saying thank you. Now the 3rd villager is converted. But the castle is up and FoodPlease is cornered pretty much, so that's the benefit. Peter Host has a lot of map control. Now finally going for another town center, securing some nice extra resources for the late game, because I think now it's so close that the game is going very, very late, and we're already 70 minutes in real time in the game and half an hour in in-game time, and now Peter is just massing the Gebettos, which obviously are a great raiding unit because they have so huge damage rate, especially to villagers. And FoodPlease definitely has to be careful here. So I still would prefer the Peter Host position with a little bit of scope micro. He does not lose any unit here. So if we have a quick look at the banned maps, so both players had in this format 1 map to ban, and Peter was going there for Land Madness, so Land Madness, a very aggressive map, and on the other hand FoodPlease banned Land Nomad because I think FoodPlease just don't want to play Land Nomad. He always complains about this awful map, and yes. The auto-banned maps were Haboob, T90 Titans League's the Spiral map, and Sevol. And the banned civs of Peter Host were Koreans and Incas, so some Tower Rush civilizations. And on the other hand, FoodPlease banned Cumans and Armenians. The good thing for completely missed the action here. Sorry for that. FoodPlease somehow managed to sneak up a castle directly next to Peter Host Town Center, and that means FoodPlease is out of the corner. Now, this could be huge for Peter, but I think Peter is too late. So he's just a few seconds too late there to deny this castle with the mangonel, and he will just lose the mangonel if he's not paying attention without getting any shot. Yeah. And what is Peter doing? So he's garrisoning villages in the town center to shoot down the castle, but obviously this won't work. And I think FoodPlease has stabilized now because he has stone, he has a secret workshop, he has his monks, and of course Peter Host has a lot of the map, but FoodPlease still has a lot of resources, and safe resources, safe from raiding and everything. And that means FoodPlease is completely back in the game. and he has 10 villagers or fishing ships more still than Peter Host. Peter Host had a lot of town center idle time, so with 11.5 minutes to 7 minutes of FoodPlease. I think now Peter is idling on purpose to click up to Imperial Age, which is a great choice to kill maybe the castle and get back this his starting area, and deny FoodPlease economy and expand. FoodPlease is even bringing in the relics back there with a monk. But so far the game has stabilized quite, and not much is going on here. FoodPlease just massing monks and going for another castle. So of course he has a lot of villagers on stone. Now a knight. And yeah, but Peter Host has clicked up to Fuel Age. What am I telling? So to Imperial Age, and in Imperial Age he of course can go for some bomber cannons or some trebuchets to battle down the castles, and he sees one knight of FoodPlease and immediately is going for camels. So I don't like it, because camels are a very bad raiding unit. They are only good against knights, but I think it was even a converted knight from FoodPlease there he saw. And in the meantime he's losing a lot of villagers due to the castle fire and a lot of ground. FoodPlease has 1,400 stone in the bank, and Peter Host has almost enough stone for another castle, and I won't mind the castle here. Yeah, exactly. So we had the same thinking process here. Just the castle here for protecting the trebuchets to battle down and trap down the castles of FoodPlease, and FoodPlease is nowhere near to Imperial Age, but still he has a huge economy lead. But Peter Host has almost the same res collected than FoodPlease, so there's not a huge difference there. But I think this town center there was up a long time ago, a pretty long time ago, and there are only 3 villages, so it was built with 1, so it means that Peter Host all the time just produced 2 villages down there. And now a random castle on the goat. But okay, there the villagers are coming. But there's a knight, and if Peter pulls back the knight could find all the villagers if he pays attention, and he does. So a great find there, and of course immediately 2 traps are there. To shoot down the first castle of FoodPlease. And if we have a look down there, so the knight is still killing villagers. Now FoodPlease cancelled the castle just to build it 1 tile away there. But the second knight is coming, and I don't think this will work, and FoodPlease had to idle his economy a little bit and to click up to Imperial Age. But he's far behind, and this castle will get denied. So it's gonna be a doubt castle, because there's a Gabetta with range unit, and yeah, even the stone walls were not working for him. And yeah, now some monks, but the castle at 75% to 80% is denied for the first. More villagers are coming, the siege push is coming, but now Peter should focus on the other castle, kill the monk, maybe kill this castle here. He has already lost all his economy up there, but decided to kill these 2 castles first, instead of killing this castle and the town center FoodPlease with the most economy for him, defended back there. now going for another town center. And oh, nice walls by Peter, denying the castle, but he converted 2 villagers. He has a lot of siege there though, so Peter has to focus on that. Otherwise, FoodPlease will be able to get the castle up, and now the villager lead is almost gone. So going for university, I think FoodPlease wants to have bomber cannons. If we can ease to get them. And yeah, if we have a look on the map, so FoodPlease has now 2 town centers and 3 castles. Yeah, he has now 3 castles. And Peter Host has 4 castles in the center of the map, a lot of map control, but only 1 town center. He has really bad economy upgrades, but so does FoodPlease have. So both players are not focusing on the economy, they want to win it per map control and military. And a nice delete there by Peter Host. And now the Siege Monk castle train is rolling forward, and but FoodPlease the castle immediately gets trapped. And if Peter has 2 traps there, the castle I think would be already dead, because the castle is built with only 6 villagers, and if the castle goes up it's really low HP. The FoodPlease indeed is going for chemistry, and finally Peter Host is attacking the castle of FoodPlease in the north of the map, in the main base. Now even killing the mangonel with a villager. Nice job there, but the villager, oh, of course, no, he won't get converted. And FoodPlease is now out of stone. He just threw away a lot of stone with this castle here, and yeah, I think it's gonna be a hard process for both players still to win this game. And now the trebuchet here. Because if we have a look, FoodPlease has 11 villagers on food and Peter Host has only 8 villagers on food, and we are 47 minutes in the game. That's, yeah, pretty nice, or pretty surprising. He would have a boar there. And now the Gebetters are in, but there still is a town center. Now the trap is gone. He just wanted to kill the trebuchet, and now he's killing the town center, and then the complete economy of FoodPlease is exposed. The way to escape on the left hand side is closed by 3 castles, and on the other side there are a lot of Gebetters. So FoodPlease is definitely losing a lot of economy here. Still, he does not have any bomber cannons yet. And Peter Host is going for his old town centers, or his old town center there. And FoodPlease maybe is even losing this castle down there. So now it's looking pretty good for Peter Host, and because FoodPlease will lose a lot of villagers. And I think we see the first very surprising victory of Peter Host on FoodPlease home map. So pretty nice down here. I think FoodPlease will recognize that really soon. Yeah, I did not expect that. I hoped that Peter Host definitely can play a very close series, because I knew Peter Host can play very strong games with his tactical knowledge. But on Nomad, I thought it is a clear victory for FoodPlease. But now FoodPlease somehow almost gets completely pushed off the map. Now even going for some desperate towers. But that won't help. FoodPlease will lose this game. On his strongest map, Nomad. So, not even eating the town center. what does he do? Definitely 2 less APM. But he has not even lost the mangonels, so the town center still do not hit anything. Okay, now they do. But the transport, so nice move there to to go for a tower. But I think Peterhouse could have dived in there for the villagers. And what is he doing now? Going for the monks and the rattan archers. Yeah, but no army there. All the villages are exposed. Is Peterhouse really throwing away this game? I don't believe it. I don't think so. I think it's FoodPlease has 2 less economy and has already had too much damage taken from Peterhouse. Because where does FoodPlease even wants to go? He has nothing. Here's Peter's town center, and I think the game is over. Still, both players have exactly the same amount on res collected. Now the train of villagers is walking desperately in the middle of the map, placing some random town centers, but not even a douche town center, not knowing that Peterhouse is there. He should have been able to see some farms, I guess. Now finally the castle is down. But now Peterhouse is in the driver's seat to win this game. He has 100% map control. And yeah, we're basically waiting for the GG of FoodPlease. If he looks at the score, Peterhouse is now 3000 score ahead. Now he sees the town center of FoodPlease down there. He should now shift all his focus down there. Now even a camel maybe for killing the siege, but even the Gabetas are so strong in killing siege units, and yeah, that means FoodPlease has no way left to go, and that means he's completely out of this game. Now finally Peterhouse is killing the villages up here, which were not being saved by FoodPlease. But now the transports are there. Now they're the town center there. I think FoodPlease just wants to play on, to get warm, to warm up for the series. I don't think he has expected that Peterhouse can win against him on Nomad. And for the other maps, Arena and Amazon Tunnel, I think Peterhouse is favorite. And for African Reed Beds, I don't know yet which player could be more comfortable for FoodPlease than for Peterhouse. But I think we will get our closed series, because that's the GG moment. That's a moment where FoodPlease has to call the GG. Otherwise, it's just very frustrating for us viewers to watch that slaughtering of the king. And yeah, as I mentioned, now the GG is there. If you have a look at the most created units, so 8 monks compared to 37 Gabetos, that tells the complete story, the timeline. Obviously, FoodPlease had a long time ago the village elite, but Peter had the way better start, and yeah, due to the castle age timing, I think this game was taking way too long due to the difference in castle age timing. So Peterhouse, if he sent in the knights or the castle a little bit earlier, I guess the game could have been done very much earlier for Peterhouse here. Economy wise, there was not a lot of difference. surprisingly. And yes, so I think we have seen a very great first game of the series. We will see 3 more matches, and the second one is played on a home map of FoodPlease. So see you there.